sorry, this morning now 3 o'clock salam sejahtera, selamat petang. Jadi untuk petang ini kita akan tengok still in chapter 1. Topic is resolving vector. So boleh nampak screen saya untuk resolving vector. So sekarang ni kita ada lebih kurang berapa pelajar sepatutnya untuk kelas 3 kelas petang ni At least petang ni sepatutnya semua wajib hadir, wajib ikuti kelas tutorial online. So we start the tutorial. So before we start look at the tutorial 1, first we go to the lecture note as you can see on the screen. Subtopic 1.2.1 resolving vector. So if you look at the screen here, we have a subtopic 1.2.1 resolving vector. So resolving vector is resolve vector into perpendicular component. Meaning if you look at the diagram here, you have a vector R. You have a vector R, right? And now you can resolve vector R to the y-axis and resolve vector R to the r-axis, or we call it, if you resolve to the x-axis, this is rx, and if you resolve to the y-axis, this is ry, right? So this is the process how they can use to resolve vector, right? So sebenarnya ini kita sudah bincang pada kelas yang sebelum ini Okay, if you have the y or x-axis, let's say this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and you have let's say vector r here, and this is vector r. You have angle theta between vector r and x-axis. Let's say this is theta. Okay, so meaning here you can resolve vector r here to the x-axis or y-axis. That's why subtopic 1.2.1 is resolving vector, how to resolve vector. So now, how to resolve vector? So r here, you can resolve to the x-axis. So you can draw the triangle here, and this is 90 degree. So resolve vector r meaning vector r on the x-axis. So because direction of the vector r to the upward, but if you resolve vector r to the x-axis, the direction to the right. So this is direction of vector r if you resolve to the x-axis. That's why I write here, this is rx, r subscript x, meaning the vector r on the x-axis. Satu lagi saya nak bagi tahu, topik ni macam kelas malam baru ni penting. Ramai pelajar yang ada masalah dengan resolving vector ni, nanti next chapter dia akan menghadapi banyak masalah, tidak faham dan sebagainya. Okay, so now you resolve vector r to the x-axis, and next resolve vector r to the y-axis. So meaning vector r here resolve to the y-axis. So this is ry, right? But if you can use the triangle here, meaning if you have the vector here, because direction of the vector ry and the same direction of the vector here. So we can use this is also ry, the same vector and direction to the upward. So now you have a ry and you have a rx. Okay. Jadi kalau dalam konsep yang mudah, senang saja ya. Kalau kita tengok, kalau kita ada satu vector, vector katalah vector b vector b. So now this is a 30 degree. So you can resolve vector b to the x-axis or y-axis by you can draw the triangle here. So for the b on the x-axis, meaning this is bx, direction to the right, and this is by, direction upward. So you can use trigonometry, kan kita dah bincang hari itu, sin theta, cos theta, and tangent theta, right? So sin theta is a opposite divided by hypotenuse, right? Cos theta adjacent divided by hypotenuse, and the tangent theta is a opposite divided by adjacent. Okay, ini kita dah bincang sebelum ini, right? So now, if you look at the diagram here, so you can resolve to find the value of the vector by, because this is opposite, so you can use a sin 30 degree. Sin 30 degree is, this is opposite. This is by divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is a b divided by b. So now you want to find the vector by. So vector by is equal to b times sin 30. Okay. So the process for the bx, the same process, but the bx here, this is adjacent. So kita gunakan cos. You can use a cos. So cos here, cos theta is equal to, adjacent is a bx. B subscript at divided by hypotenuse. Cos is a adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So divided by hypotenuse is a vector b here. So now you can find the value of the bx here. So b vector bx is equal to b times cos theta. Okay, because cos theta is equal to 30. Cos theta is equal to 30. So meaning bx here is equal to b cos 30. Vector b cos 30. So this is the simple process that you can resolve vector to the y and the x-axis. Okay, once more. Okay, try to. Okay, let's say you have the first example. Okay, we have this is a y-axis and this is x-axis. Let's say you have a first vector, let's say vector A. Vector A, let's say force, let's say 3 Newton, direction to the upward. And the angle here is equal to 10 degree. Okay, so 10. So now, first you can resolve vector A. You can resolve vector A to the x-axis. X-axis meaning if you draw the triangle here, so we have because direction of the A to the upward, if you resolve vector A to the x here or ax, direction to the right or positive. Ingat malam tu kita dah bincang, we have a quadrant. This is y and this is x. At the position here, y positive, x also positive. At the position here, this is first quadrant, second quadrant, y is upward, so y positive. At the quadrant here, second quadrant here, x is a negative because direction to the left. This is y positive because upward. At the position here, x is to negative, x negative, y downward, y also negative. And at the position, we have x to the right, meaning x is a positive value because to the right, but y downward, y is a negative value. So now, ax is a positive because direction to the right. Okay? So if you resolve vector A to the x-axis, meaning ax, direction to the right. If you resolve vector A to the y-axis, or the same here vector, this is ay, okay, this is direction upward. So what is the value of the ax and ay? Ax and ay. So you can use the equation ax, how to find the ax? So you can use trigonometry because ax is adjacent, so you can use a cos theta. Cos theta, cos 10 degree. 10 degree is equal to adjacent ax divided by hypotenuse here is 3 Newton, A, divided by 3 Newton. So now you can find the value of the, ax is equal to, vector ax is equal to 3 times cos theta 10. Okay, student, guna calculator cuba kira berapa? Okay. Cuba tulis dekat ruangan komen tu, ruangan chat ya. Cuba salah seorang kira. Or the same process, if you calculate the ay, because ay is a opposite, so you can use a sin theta. Sin theta is equal to 10 degree. 10 degree. So meaning you have a sin theta is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Opposite is a ay. Ay divided by hypotenuse is equal to 3. So now you can find the value of the ay. Ay here 3 times sine 10. 3 times sine 10 degree. Okay kelas. Okay, ada yang sudah bagi. Normal ni 2 ax is 2.95 Newton. Okay, ay. Kira ay. Yx 2.95. Okay, ay is equal to 0.521 Newton. So now you can find the value of the resolving vector for the ax and ay. Okay, selesai. Okay, ax and ay. Okay, 0.521 or 0.53 boleh terterimalah kan, itu kalkulator lah pengiraan So this is the process that they can use. Resolving vector. Okay, the resolving vector is you resolve vector to the x-axis or you can resolve to the y-axis. Okay, finish. Right? Okay. The next, okay, before we go to tutorial question, so I give the second example. Okay. So this is y-axis and this is x-axis, right? Okay, now we have the first example. We have only, let's say, we have vector A, let's say 2 Newton, and we have another vector B. So now we have two vector here, vector B. Vector B is a, let's say 3 Newton. And the angle theta between the two between vector, for the vector A, let's say we have a 30 degree. And the second vector, we have a 40 degree. So now, you have a two vector. So how you can resolve vector to the y and x axis? The first example, we just have only one vector. So now you have two vector, vector A and vector B. So in this is meaning, let's say you have a object. The first example, you have only one force x on the, let's say force 1, x on the object. But the second example, you have two force here. We have another force, let's say F2 or vector B. So now what happened to the object or the ball? Let's say the ball on the floor, on the table. Contohnya dia kalau contoh pertama tadi kalau kita cuma ada satu force, seperti tangan kamu ditarik ke kiri, ke kanan, satu saja force. So now tangan kiri kamu ditarik 2 Newton, and then kamu punya tangan kanan ditarik 3 Newton ke kiri, 2 Newton ke kanan. Apa akan jadi kepada badan kamu sekarang ni? Right? Itu maksud dia. So now what happened to your body? Let's say this is badan kamu, this is your body. So now the first force is a vector B, 3 Newton. And the second force, okay, tarik kamu 2 Newton. So the question is, what happened to your body? Apa akan jadi kepada badan kamu? Tapi kalau kita tengok logiknya, jika kalau sini 2 Newton, this is 3 Newton, maksudnya badan kamu akan ke sana lah, kerana 3 lebih besar daripada 2 Newton. Tapi dalam fizik kita nak kira what is the value, what is the magnitude. Okay, if you have the object, let's say you have object and the force x on the object to the right 10 Newton. Okay, and you have second force x, the same object, let's say 2 Newton. So now what happened to the object here? Apa jadi kepada jasad ini? So jasad ini, okay, this is before, after 2 force x on the object, after bola ini akan bergerak ke sana, this is dipanggil sebagai net force, iaitu daya bersih 10 minus 2. So the ball will move in with a net force 8 Newton to the right. Because 10 ke kanan, 2 ke kiri. So dia punya daya bersih dia 10 tolak 2, 8. So 8 Newton to the right. But now, if you look at the diagram here, the direction of the force, kalau kat sini, kalau kamu tengok, direction of the force ni pada paksi X, ini pada paksi X, dia parallel to the X axis. Tak ada masalah, senang. Kalau sini 10 ke arah kanan, 2 ke arah kiri, just minus saja. Tapi yang ni dia bukan, dia in between Y and X axis. Y and X axis. Macam mana kita nak selesai dia? Macam mana selesai itulah, kita gunakan balik apa yang kita belajar tadi, yang kita kenali dia sebagai resolving vector. How to resolve vector? You just resolve to the X and Y axis. Ni saya tunjuk, saya nak cuba nak permudahkan, saya pakai satu jadual, senang Kita buat table, okay, construct table. Let's say this is a Y, okay, and you have two vector. The first vector is a vector A here, vector A, and the second you have a vector B. Okay, now this is the process how you can resolve. Right? So start with a A. Start with a vector A. So vector A 2 Newton, direction to the upward. So now if you want to resolve the vector A, first tadi kita pakai apa? Kita buat satu triangle kat sini. So you can draw the triangle here. Okay. Okay. So now vector A resolve to the X axis because direction to the upward meaning direction to the right, meaning positive, AX. And this is direction upward, this is AY. So now how to calculate AX, how to calculate AY. Guna macam tadi juga. Tapi saya, bila kamu sudah mahir, saya ingat sudah mahir saya rasa, terus kita ambil saja. Kalau dia AY, this is opposite, right? Opposite. Okay, kalau saya padam sini ya. Sekejap dulu, saya padam dulu. Sorry. Okay. So now you must find the value of the AX here. AX. So AX. Okay, kalau cara yang kita buat secara manual AX, nak cari AX kita pakai apa? Cos 30 is equal to AX over hypotenuse, this is 2 Newton, divided by 2. So meaning AX, A subscript X is equal to 2 cos 30. So tulis sini 2 cos 30. Right? Meaning you resolve vector A to the X axis. So now how to resolve vector Y? How to resolve vector Y? Actually same process. Kat sini juga. So how to get the AY? Tapi kalau nak cepat, kalau macam saya, you just tengok sini cos, kalau Y opposite terus kita pakai apa? Ambil nilai 2 kat sini, 2 Newton, opposite direction, so we have a sin 30. So this is equal to Y 2 sin 30 degree, right? Okay, selesai. So now for the B, vector B. So vector B the same process. You can resolve to the okay, this is triangle 90 degree, but direction to the upward, meaning here Y is a positive, but direction here at the position here X is a negative. So meaning X here is a negative. So what is the magnitude of the X? Okay, you can resolve. This is direction to the left. This is BX. So BX is this is 40 degree. So BX we have a adjacent. So terus kita pakai, ambil saja nilai ini 3 cos 40 degree. Right? Okay. So for the BY direction upward, BY direction upward, so opposite, because BY upward, so we have a positive value, so kita ambil the 3 sin 40 degree. So now, sorry. Okay, padam dulu ya. Okay, tak apa, saya padam dulu. Ada masalah sikit Saya buat sekali lagi sini resolving vector. Okay, ataupun saya padam sekali lagi 30-40 Okay, sorry. Okay, so sekali lagi kita buat. This is X, this is Y. So you have a 2 vector. You have a vector A. Vector A tadi berapa Newton? Lupa sudah saya. Cuba tulis kat sana tadi. Berapa tadi? This is vector B. Berapa angle sudah? Vector A berapa? Cuba tulis kat komen tadi, saya lupa sudah. Okay, 2 Newton lah. Sorry, dah dapat 2 Newton. And this is okay, angle vector A berapa angle? Angle saya rasa sini 30 degree So here we have a 40 degree. Vector B is 3 Newton, right? 3 Newton. Okay. So now we draw the triangle here. We draw the triangle here. This is 90 degree. So now we have a X, we have a Y. So kita buat table tadi kan. So we have a vector A, and we have a vector B. Okay, actually kalau sudah mahir tak perlulah buat table ni. Right? So now, sekali lagi kita buat balik. So vector A resolve to the X, vector A resolve to the X here. This is AX, and this is AY, and this is direction to the left, BX, and this is outward, BY. Okay. So now AX, vector A here, so vector A here, direction to the upward, resolve to the x-axis or AX, because AX is a adjacent, so kita pakai cos. Ambil saja nilai 2 kat sini, terus kita buat 2 cos 30 degree. So untuk Y AY here, okay, AY here opposite, so kita ambil saja 2 sin 30. Di mana ni dapat? Tadi kita dah bincang tadi. Cuma kita nak cepatlah kan. Okay, B, same process. BX here. So, BX is a adjacent. So, kita pakai cos. This is cos 40. Cos 40. But, the magnitude is 3. So, 3. Because direction to the left, so you must have a negative. And Y here, BY here, and opposite kita pakai sin. Sin berapa? 40. Sin 40. And direction to the upward, so kita ada positif. Kalau ini negatif because to the left. So berapa nilai dia magnitude? B, 3. So 3 sin 40. Okay. So now kita sudah dapat, ataupun kalau saya cuba tulis kat sini, kita sudah boleh ringkaskan. Okay. Vector A, okay, vector A adalah AX plus let's say AY. Itu is equal to AX kita adalah 2 cos 30 plus AY 2 sin 30. Okay. Vector B is equal to BX, vector BX plus vector BY. So this is a minus 3 cos 40 plus 3 sin 40 degree. Okay. Jadi, ini bagaimana kita boleh kira vector A and vector B. Resolve. Itu dulu. Okey. Saya nak pergi kepada contoh yang lain pula. Contoh yang lain saya nak pergi. So kita ada berapa? Kalau tadi kita ada 2 kan. So now let's say you have 3. So first kita ada vector A. Vector A. Let's say vector A is a 1 Newton. And we have vector B here. Vector B here. This is vector B. Let's say vector B is 2 Newton. And we have third vector. Vector C. Vector C is equal to, let's say, 3 Newton. So now, how you can resolve vector A, vector B, and vector C? And the angle given, let's say the angle here is a 30 degree. And the angle here is 60 degree, and the angle here is let's say 20 degree. So now the question is find the value of the AX, AY, BX, BY, CX, and CY. So now you have how many question here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay, perkara yang perlu kamu cari berdasarkan kepada rajahnya. So the same process. Okay, because resolving vector, you just resolve vector to the x-axis and y-axis. Itu saja. But now you have a three vector here, vector A, vector B, and vector C. Three vector here. So meaning same first, if you want to draw the let's say the table, so we have three vector. Okay, so vector x and this is vector y. So now you have a three vector. You have a three vector. So the first vector is a vector A. The second vector is a vector B. And we have the third vector, vector C. So now, first vector A. So vector A resolve to the x-axis. Resolve to the x-axis. So, yang biasa kita buat segitiga kat sini. Okay, this is A. This is A. So now resolve to the x. So here is a AX. AX. Direction to the right. So AX positive. So AX sini positive. Right? So now AX is a adjacent. So if you look at the triangle here is adjacent, ambil saja nilai ini 1 Newton. 1 adjacent kita ambil cos 30. Cos 30. Right? Cos 30. So now for the AY here, AY here, AY here, and opposite kita ambil apa tadi? Sin kan? Sin 30 and 1 sin 30. So same process, vector B, but make sure vector B is a fourth quadrant. Okay, sukuan pertama, sukuan kedua, sukuan ketiga, sukuan yang keempat. Sukuan keempat ini apa kita nak bincang tadi? Okay, y kat sini adalah negatif, x kat sini positif. X to the right positive because y negative because downward y. This is okay, y positive, this is at right. Okay, so now B here, but the angle given by the equation is 60. But make sure you can use the 60 degree, but for me, I try to use the angle between vector B and vector and y-axis because this is 90 degree, this is 60. So now 90 minus 60 is equal to 30 here. So I use the angle between B and y-axis, 30 degree, not 60 degree. Okay, but make sure you must know the y is downward, meaning y is a negative, and x is to the right, meaning x is a value, positive value. So now resolve to the bx, resolve to the bx. So b here, so kita buat segitiga kat sini lah, sama juga buat segitiga kat sini. This is angle. So now resolve the bx. So bx here, okay. Saya tulis kat sini ya, bx. Because this is B, direction to the right. So direction to the right, so we have a positive value of the bx, but bx is adjacent, so ambil dua adjacent, kita pakai cos 30 degree. Okay. So what is a by? Okay, by resolve to the y because direction of the by here to downward, so we have a negative value for the by here. By negative value. Direction to the downward. Direction to downward. Okay, and this is opposite. So kita ambil nilai apa sini? Opposite hypotenuse to sin 30 degree. Right? Okay, vector C. Okay, the position of the vector C is first quadrant, second quadrant, and third quadrant. Sukuan yang ketiga. Pada sukuan ini kita kena pasti apa tadi? Y adalah negative because direction downward. Also direction here for the x here is a x negative. So x also negative. So meaning for the C, x negative value, Y also negative value. So the angle kita boleh pakai angle sini, tapi dalam soalan ni dia dah bagi angle kat sini. So pakai saja, yang penting kita buat apa? Segitiga kat sini. Okay, this is 90 degree. So now, C resolve to the x-axis or CX. So now, where is the CX? So this is CX, direction to the left. This is CX. CY, this is C, and this is CY, direction of the CY downward, also negative because direction left and to the downward. So now CX, because adjacent, kita ambil hypotenuse 3, but minus because direction x to the left, 3 cos 20. This is angle is a 20. And now what? For the CY here also negative because direction CY to downward. This is negative. And the CY is opposite. So hypotenuse 3 sine 20 degree. So complete, finish. Okay, you can find the value of the AX. So what is the value of the AX? AX. So AX, vector AX is a 1 cos 30 degree. Kamu kira lah dengan kalkulator. 1 cos 30 berapa? Ini jawapan akhir lah kan. Tu kamu kira lah. AY is equal to 1 sin 30. Kira lah kalkulator berapa? Sin 30 berapa? Times 1 is times 1 tu nilai yang sama kan. And the next, we have a BX, vector BX, this is B. This is equal to 2 cos 30 degree. BY, yeah, same. BY, this is minus 2, meaning the magnitude of the BY is negative, because direction to the upward, sin 30. Kira lah dengan kalkulator. CX, ini nilai dia, negative 3 cos 20 degree. Nilai CY also we have a negative because direction of the downward, negative 3 sin 20 degree. Okay, so meaning here from the diagram, the diagram here, you have first you have 3 vector. For the 3 vector with the angle 30, 60, 20, you can resolve 3 vector, vector A, vector B, and vector C. Okay, look at the table here. You can resolve vector A to the x-axis, vector A to the y-axis, vector B to the x-axis, vector B to the y-axis, vector C to the x-axis, vector C to the y-axis. So prosesnya panjang, tetapi bagaimana nak buat? Asasnya seperti yang kita bincang awal tadi. You just resolve to the x-axis and the y-axis. Alright, kalau saya boleh ringkaskan balik ya, So resolving vector ni, resolving vector. Okay, first you consider you can resolve V to the x-axis. You can resolve to the Vy axis. And first you must consider the positive and negative value for the Vy and the Vx. How you can use the negative, positive or negative value? Okay, look at the quadrant. The first quadrant, okay, this is Y and this is X. Y positive, X also positive. The second quadrant, this is first quadrant. Okay, quadrant 1, quadrant yang kedua ya. The second quadrant, Y positive, X negative sudah because direction left. And the third quadrant, so Y is a negative because direction downward, and X also negative because direction to the left. And the fourth quadrant, so we have a X direction to the right, so meaning X positive, but Y downward, Y negative. So make sure if you resolve to vector, to the y or x-axis, look at the quadrant here. Because the value here may be positive or may be negative, depend the position of the vector. And the second example yang tadi saya tunjuk, kita ada 3 vektor kan, 3 vektor. Okay, this is vector A, vector B, and vector C. So if the question give you the tambah lagi vektor kat sini, 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 sama juga. You just resolve to the x and y axis, but consider how many vector. Let's say you have 3, 4 vector, vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D, vector E, vector Z. Sama juga. Okay, just resolve to the x, resolve to the y axis, but you must know the angle theta here. So you can use angle theta between, let's say, vector B to the y axis or vector B to the x axis. Depend. Tapi kalau contoh yang saya buat sini, saya banyak menggunakan angle tu is always relate to the x axis. Okay, supaya kita boleh pakai tadi cos theta or sin theta. Or sin theta depends. If cos theta is a addition divided by hypotenuse, kalau dia sin theta, this is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Ini kita dah bincang panjang lebar kuliah sebelum ini. Okay kelas, jadi okay. Sudah hampir dah, sekejap saja, sudah hampir 1 jam sudah. Okay. Okay. Okay kelas, boleh nampak saya punya screen? Hello? Saya ada nampak screen tak? Okay kelas, tolong bagi respon. Oh, boleh nampak screen? Because dekat saya punya ni saya tidak nampak. Okay. Okay, jadi sebenarnya saya nak kongsi soalan apa? Soalan tutorial. Sekejap ya. Okey, saya akan ni sekejap ya. Ada sikit lagi ya, lebih kurang dalam 10 minit lagi ya. Kalau saya nak tunjuk kepada soalan tutorial ya. Okey, sekejap. Okey ya. Sekejap ya, saya nak kongsi soalan tutorial. Sekejap lagi ya. Okey, beberapa grup saya sudah bagi dia punya soalan tutorial ya. Nanti yang grup lain tu saya akan bagi juga soalan tutorial, tapi yang ni just kongsi. Okay, saya share screen ya. Saya harap kamu boleh nampak soalan tutorial ya. Boleh nampak soalan tutorial? This is tutorial 1 Tutorial 1 physical quantity. So, boleh nampak Okay, tolong bagi respon soalan tutorial, boleh nampak Okay. Boleh baca ke dekat skrin kau punya skrin tu? Okay. Okay, look at the question number 8. Okay, ini question number 8 Sekejap, saya dah guna pen sekejap. Sikit lagi dalam masa 10 minit ni kita boleh habis. Yang penting kamu dapat sini Okay, kelas question number 8 Question number 8. Question number 8. Sekejap saya besarkan sedikit. Okay, sorry. Besar sangat Okay. The question is, a force 50 Newton exert on the block A as shown in figure below. Okay, this means the horizontal and vertical component of the force. So please look at the diagram. So if you look at the diagram here, so you have a force 15 Newton act on object, meaning direction of the force itu ke sana. And the angle theta is 40. So meaning kalau kamu pindah dalam bentuk apa? Y or X axis, apa maksud dia? So kita boleh lukis, first force ini adalah ke atas tapi ke arah kanan. Sorry, ke arah kiri. How many Newton? Force is 15 Newton. Okay, sama saja, cuma saya pindahkan kepada dalam bentuk Y or X axis kat sini. And the angle theta is 40. The angle theta is a 40 degree. Right? So now, the question asks you to find the horizontal and vertical component. Horizontal meaning this is a X axis, meaning you resolve to the X axis. Vertical you resolve to the Y. Vertical is apa? Menegak vertical, horizontal mendatar. So meaning this is a horizontal. Okay. Katalah Vx. This is if you can draw the triangle here, so this is direction upward, so this is Vy. So meaning kamu kena cari Vx horizontal and Vy. So macam kita sudah bincang tadi, sama juga. So how to resolve 15 Newton? You just apa dia? Buat segitiga kat sini. 90 degree, ataupun kalau saya boleh tulis kat sini pun sama juga. So you can draw the triangle here. So this is angle 40 degree and this is 90 degree. So this is 15 Newton. This is direction, because direction of the force is to the left. So this is Vx and this is Vy. Okay. So now you have a 15 Newton. So 15 Newton force. So now you can resolve to the 50 to the X axis or you can resolve to the Y axis. Tapi 15 Newton ni force, saya buat simbol force F ataupun force Fy, because 15 Newton is the force, right? So now, how you can resolve 15 Newton to the Fx? So kita pakai apa? Segitiga ni lah. Segitiga sini. Because kalau Fx, apa ni? Adjacent. So kalau adjacent, ambil saja. Dia punya hypotenuse. Hypotenuse berapa ni? 15 Newton. So Fx is equal to 15 Newton. Adjacent kita pakai cos 40. Kira lah berapa dapat? Berapa Newton? Tolong kira berapa dapat? Okay. And the next you have a Vy. Vy here. Vy is a opposite. So ambil hypotenuse 15, 50. Hypotenuse sine 40 degree. So cuba kira berapa dapat? Cuba. How many Newton? Okay. Okay. Normal ini 38.38 38.30. Y? Okay, Fy? 38.02. 32.14 Newton. So this is the answer. But if you look at the apa? Betulkah jawapan ni? Cuba respon. Ada kesilapan kat situ? Ya, Zamizan cakap bukan negatif kah? Ya, because direction of the Vx is to the left. So meaning nilai 38.30 is a negative. Y? Y is a upward. So upward here, upward meaning positive. Positif kita tak tulis lah, positif. Biasanya kita biar saja, negatif saja. So, kalau kita kembali kepada jawapan dia, tengok sini kan? Perasan tak kat sini? This is answer given by the question number 8. Horizontal negatif, ada negatif tu. Ada negatif tu, 38 point, betul lah kamu kira tadi. And vertical ataupun Fy, this is Fy and this is Fx. We have a positive value. Okay, so senang sajalah. So, last question, number 9. Okay, question number 9. So question number 9, macam lebih kurang kita bincang tadi juga kat sini. Okay. Yang kita bincang kat sini juga. But now you have a two vector. You have a two vector. Okay, vector D and vector C. And you have a angle theta. Okay, but question number 9, by referring figure above, write a vector. Okay, yang number 9 ni dia suruh kira dalam unit vektor. Unit vektor ni saya belum dalam lecture saya belum sentuh lagi lah, tak apa. Cuma kita tak jawab soalan ini. Cuma kalau dia bagi macam ni, this is 2 meter, this is 1 meter. So kalau kita buat tadi, you can first you can draw the table. So you have a 2 vector. So you have a vector D and vector C. So resolve vector D 2 meter, so you can draw the triangle here, you can draw the triangle here. So now we have a opposite direction. Okay, opposite, this is dx and this is dy and this is cx and this is cy. Okay, sebelum tu juga saya punya bateri komputer sudah nak merah sudah. Jadi saya rasa yang number 9 ini kamu boleh cuba sendirilah dulu. Ini lebih kurang contoh yang saya bagi tadi. Okay, cuba dulu. Nanti the next class kita akan bincang ataupun nanti saya jumpa secara fizikal tu nanti saya akan kita boleh bincang lah. Okay, tapi beberapa contoh yang kita bincang tadi saya rasa sudah cukup. Maka dengan itu di sini saja kelas kita ya. Kita jumpa lagi untuk sesi kelas online yang akan datang. So sekian, jumpa lagi. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Okey, jangan lupa jika tidak faham, tidak jelas, okey, boleh ulang balik video ni, dia akan ada dekat saya punya channel tu, boleh tengok balik. Yang penting you know, understand how to know what is the how to resolve vector. How to resolve vector to the x axis or y axis. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Thank you.